The game, Thursday nights, 9 p.m, BBC Two. Most important question, which hair do you prefer? The big hair or the short?
It's really weird. I've never had short hair like this before. I think I did it once when I was like 21, so definitely that hair, definitely.
I watched episode 1 last night, really enjoyed it. Tell us about it.
It's set in 1972, at the height of the Cold War, and it follows the character I play, Joe Lamb. And when you meet him a year after quite a horrendous event in his life, when he's been working for MI5, he doesn't really care about his job, doesn't really care about anything really, he's had quite a dark past, and he goes to meet this young woman who's working for the Russian embassy to get information from her. For the first time in his life, falls head over heels in love, and offers himself to the KGB as an informer. That goes horribly wrong. That's scene 1, as you would have seen. He's now back at MI5 a year later. Daddy, the head of MI5, played by Brian Cox, has brought him back under his wing, and people don't really know why. And Joe finds himself at the centre of this operation called Operation Glass that appears to be relatively low level, but as the series goes on, it grows and grows, and you realise that not only does it have great consequences of national security, it also has a very personal impact on him, and his ability to maintain his emotions and control them is starting to be tested. Will he be able to keep it under control?
It's probably the best synopsis we've ever had from an actor who said what they do in the... Yeah, even the gallery are applauding you.
Oh, look at that. It's because I've got it written down over there.
Yeah.
Most are like, well, yeah, just sort of do it.
Well, yeah.
That's what it is. I think everybody wants to be a spy. Is it the most fun role to play?
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I've never had a tap on the shoulder, so I don't know what would happen if someone did do that. I'd probably run a million miles away, you know. But I think what's cool about this show, what attracted me to it, is that, you know, you've had many tales, great tales about spies before, but this one kind of looks at the personal impact of it, you know. What is it like to... how's the human being dealing with being a spy? Because I think, you know, we've had very glamorous tales of it. You've seen the fast car chases, we've all seen those films, but I think the actual reality of what it would be like to be a spy would be pretty dark, you know. No one knows who you are, you've got no one you can trust, you know. And if you're already someone who's kind of lost, to be in the middle of that job must be pretty horrendous.
And you know that if you were in a pub after a few pints, you'd go...
Well, I would, yeah.
You would, yeah.
I'm a spy!
Yeah, I can't keep a secret, you know, no way.
You mentioned Brian Cox.
I did.
He plays your MI5 boss. He is a complete legend.
He is.
He's done loads of Shakespeare, loads of films. So he's theatre, film, television. Is he a proper, good, old-fashioned lovey? Does he turn up on set in a velvet smoking jacket?
Yeah, always. Yeah. He gets wheeled on as well.
Does he?
No, Brian's a great guy, man. He's not actually a lovey at all. He's just a very straight, honest, kind gentleman. You know, he's a real. He's been a bit of an inspiration to me having worked with him, because he comes in with all this experience and this gravitas, which he just has naturally. And also, I think when you're playing a lead in a series, when you've never done that before, and someone of the calibre of Brian comes in, you know, it's quite a lot for him to put his trust in me and allow me to do my job. And he did that from day one, while at the same time making it very, very clear that if I needed to lean on him, I could, you know.
Brilliant.
And he's really taught me how to be a gentleman in this world. I really like the man.
When you work with somebody like him, with his experience, do you watch him all the time, on set and off set? Is it just a natural thing to
I
do
watch him more offset, you know, because I think when you're in the scene, you want to... What I love about my job so much is that when you get to work with people like Brian, and I've been lucky that I've worked with people that I've respected and looked up to, that just to challenge yourself and be against them and see if you can compete on any level is how you learn, you know. I guess it's the same with football. You want to come up against the best players, because that's how you discover things. But I watch him a lot offset, you know, the way he carries himself, the maturity and the integrity of which he approaches his work, and just how kind he is, you know. And
did he used to prepare for scenes by having his MP3 player in like you do?
Yeah. He'd have hot chocolate in his.
I'd
have Oasis in mine,
but I thought you listened to the Beatles quite a lot.
Well, I listen to whatever works, really. I mean, you know, music's such a big part of my life, and I struggle to really overanalyze acting. I think some actors can do that. They like to write backstories and all of that jazz. And for me, it's far more about rhythm. So if I'm not really feeling a scene, then I kind of connect with... I listen to a song and find something that makes sense for that scene, and it can be random. Like, there was one scene in the game when it was Polythene Pam by the Beatles, you know. It's kind of a acerbic whip from John Lennon, but we had to reshoot it 4 months later, and I was trying to do the scene, and it was awful, you know, really bad. And then I remembered Polythene Pam and put it on. Then it kind of made sense, so... I don't really know why it works for me, but it does. I don't really plan it. Maybe I should plan it.
I think it would clutter my head too much listening to music. I'd be so
Really?
terrified. Lines!
But
Lines!
no, you see, because you've done that work, you know what you're going to say. I mean, if you do your job properly, that is. But you know what you're doing. And I think you need to. It's about actually disconnecting from this. You know, if you've got cameras around you and people, and you just had a cup of tea and spoken about someone's family, you know, and you're just eating your lunch, and you don't really feel like you're a spy in 1972. You know, so you need to just disconnect yourself and focus and get in it.
Just need to make sure no one messes with your playlist.
Oh, do you know what I mean?
Sticks Cotton Eye Joe on.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
Totally messed up.
Well, 5, 6, 7, 8 back steps to start doing some line dancing in the middle of a scene.
You're a proper Man United fan.
I am a Man United fan.
You've got a brilliant story that you once gave Sir Alex Ferguson tactical advice.
Well, yeah, he didn't take it, though, quite rightly. I was, it was 1997. My birthday is the 18th of April. I was 12 in 1997.
Same as my birthday.
Is it? Oh, well,
I'm a bit older, but happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. So, yeah,
it was my birthday.
It was our birthday, 1997. And my dad had heard in the local boozer that when Man United play Liverpool away, they stay at a hotel in Chester. And United were playing Liverpool the next day. It was the title decider of that year. And my dad wanted to take me along and get the autographs. So he thought, well, I can't really ring the hotel and say, "Are Man United there?" because they'll say, "No, they're not." You know. So he rang up. It was 11 o'clock at night, 11 p.m. He rang the hotel and thought, if I say, "Can I speak to Alex Ferguson, please?" they'll either say, "No, you can't," and then we know they're there, or they'll say, "He's not here," and then we know they're not. You know. So he rang up, "Can I speak to Alex Ferguson, please?" And they went, "Yeah, we'll just get him." So he comes on the phone. And I'm in bed, I'm 12, you know, it's 11 o'clock, comes on the phone, he's like, "Oh, this is Alex Ferguson, who is this?" And it was my dad, and he went, "Look, I'm really sorry I've got you here." You know, he speaks a bit like John Peel, my dad. "Sorry you're here, but it's my son's birthday, so I interrupt you. Would you mind saying hello?" So I got woken up, 11 p.m. Alex Ferguson's on the phone. You know? So I come down the stairs, like, my dad gives me the phone, like this golden phone, I put it to my ear, and he just starts chatting to me, you know. And he's like, "How are you?" I was like, "I'm great." He said, "Happy birthday." He went, "So the big game tomorrow, who do you think I should play?" So I put out the team, you know, Ronnie Johnson in the centre-back and said, "Drop Pallister, don't play Pallister," you know. He's like, "All right, I'll bear that in mind." You know? And then we put the phone down. And then next morning, went along to the hotel, and I was queuing up, and he came out, and I said hello, got his autograph, and went, I spoke to you last night, Mr. Ferguson." And he went, "Oh, Tom," and ruffled my hair, and remembered my name. And from that day, I mean, I was a United fan anyway, but from that day, it was like in stone, you know. He played Pallister, and Pallister scored twice, and we won the league, so, you know what I mean?